before opening seawater filter, so we have to close the suction valve and discharge valves. Now we are closing the valves. Next thing what we need to do is we have to stop the power for mgps. So we are going to stop the power. This is your mgps panel, control panel. Now we will switch off the power. Okay, the power is entirely off. So the next thing that we need to do is we have to drain the water. This is your drain line. So like we open the valve in the top. This is your purging cock actually. So what we can check in this is when water flow is continuously coming out of this pipe means your any one of your valve is not holding, either your suction valve or discharge valve is not holding. And if the water is stopped, then that means your valves are absolutely closed, and you can start opening the filter cover. So now I am disconnecting the mgps connection which is going to your anodes. So we remove the connections, and before removing the connection just put a marking on it so that it will be easy for us to identify and put back when we are putting back after our job is getting completed. So now once we are done with all this initial preparation, we can start opening the bowls. So it is always better to use pneumatic wrench for opening the bolts, because these bolts are number of bolts is too much and the size of the bolts is also very big. So it is always better to use pneumatic opening tool so that you can open the bolts easily and quickly. Main thing is we can open it quickly. So once you open all the bolts, you ensure you are hanging a chain block which is properly inspected, safe, and which got all safety arrangement in place. So now we are going to lift the seawater filter cover. So now we are going to lift the seawater filter cover. So always ensure you are using proper lifting tool. So now we are using the chain block, wire sling, and T-shackle. So these are the three things that we need to lift this sea chest filter cover, because this filter cover is very heavy. So whenever you are lifting it, always ensure that you are lifting it properly and you are using proper lifting tool. If not, the lifting tool may fail and it may leads to some kind of injury, even to the machinery or to the person who is working on it. So now you can see our crew are lifting the seawater filter cover. So always ensure you are lifting it slowly. Ensure that nearby equipments are not damaged when you are lifting your seawater filter cover. And also the main thing that you need to check is this filter have a anode, two anode in it. One will be zinc, the other will be copper anode. So whenever you are lifting it, ensure you are lifting in such a way you should not pull the cover to your side before the anode is coming up completely. So that is one thing that you need to keep it in mind. You can see both these are the anodes that are responsible for avoiding your marine growth protection, marine growth in seawater pipelines. So you call it as a marine growth prevention system. Okay, so now the cover is being secured properly and it is being secured by a chain block, and additionally we had supported it with ropes so that it don't fall down accidentally. And next thing is now we are opening the drain valve for the seawater filter. So this drain valve, when you open this, all we need to do is just ensure you are closing it once you are done with the draining purpose, because sometimes if you forgot to close the valve and after installing the filter, when your job is done, you may forgot to close it. So it's better always, once water is drained, immediately close the drain valve. You can now we are going to lift the sea chest filter, and again whenever you are using the chain block, ensure you are using it properly, all the safety shackles, everything in place. So again you have to lift it slowly. You can see this sea water filter is entirely choked, because the reason is just now we completed our coasting. So during coasting there will be a lot of plastics, sea growth, and lot of things will be getting accumulated inside the filter. So it is always advisable to do your sea chest filter whenever you are done with your coasting. Suppose you are doing any coastal area, so you have to finish it. It is always better before entering coastal area, keep one sea chest filter standby, and once you are away from your coastal area, means coasting, then again you do the sea chest filter job and keep one sea chest filter always standby. So now we are lifted the filter. You can see the amount of plastics and the amount of barnacles, some fish, squid, everything is there inside the filter. And this is your zinc anode. And okay, so whenever you are securing the filter, always ensure you are securing in a plastic cover or something, so that you don't damage the bottom plate. So yeah, now the water is completely drained, there is no water inside the filter, and that's all. Now we are going to take the filter out, and we will keep it over a tarpaulin sheet, and then we have to start cleaning. Okay, you can see the barnacles. These are all the barnacles. These are the main thing that will cover your CHS filter holes. So if it get covered, and what will happen is there won't be any water flow only. So this is the main reason that we are doing the cleaning of CHS filter. So we remove all these plastics, all this marine growth, and mainly we remove all this the barnacles, which chokes the filter hole. So yeah, we almost removed the filter. We removed it. Yeah, we kept over the tarpaulin sheet. You can see, yeah, the filter is extremely dirty. I never seen such a dirty filter, because we just completed our coasting. So of course we need to do it. This now we'll be cleaning this. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to remove all this bigger dirts, all these plastics, all these barnacles. You just remove with the help of a scraper, so that all those things which are getting sticked inside the filter holes will come out. All those big plastics, impurities, barnacles, all those covers, fishes, whichever stuck, will be removed by using this scrapping arrangement. So you have to first do the scrapping, remove all those bigger dirts, and then you have to go further for cleaning your CHS filter. So once you are done with the scrapping, then you have to use your chipping gun, pneumatic chipping gun, and remove all the barnacles which is stuck between the suction filters. So you can see the amount of sea growth. All these are barnacles, all those dirts, impurities, which are removed by cleaning, both scrapping and your cleaning operation. So you can see the difference before cleaning and after cleaning. The filter now is completely free with no choke or something. So okay, so we remove everything, and we need to remove the seawater, sorry, see growth in anodes also. You have to do buffing and remove all those marine growth, everything. So you have to do the buffing for both zinc anode and the copper anode. Ensure whenever you do buffing you are wearing proper PPE, because all this marine barnacles will fly like anything. It may hit your eyes if you are not using proper PPE. So now you can see the zinc anode is completely free of marine growth. And okay, we are done with cleaning the filters. And next we go, this is your anode inside the sea chest filter. And next we go with the seawater pipe. This is your seawater pipe, and you can see the amount of growth, like marine growth, uh, inside the pipe. So what we need to do is, these kind of seawater pipe will be having a rubber coat. So this allows, this rubber coat will prevent the pipe to get uh, this rubber coat will prevent the pipe from getting rusted fastly because of this seawater. So if the rubber coat is good, the pipe is totally safe. So all we need to do is we have to scrap down all this marine growth which is stick inside the pipe. So use your scraper and ensure you are not damaging the rubber coat. So all we need to do is you should not press very strongly. You just need to mildly scrap down like anything. So you can remove all these marine growth. So this scrapping down operation you have to do at least every alternate cleaning time, because every time you don't need to do this cleaning of the pipe, but every alternate time it is better to do, because if the growth become very high, it may there are chances for these marine growth to damage the rubber coatings. So it is always advisable to clean the pipe also once in a while, like every alternate time. Whenever you do the seawater filter cleaning, you just better do the cleaning of this pipeline also. So it is better. So you can see this is the valve. This is the valve that is already closed, but you can see the growth, all this is your valve, and you can see the marine growth over the valve. So again you need to scrap down that marine growths using your scraper. And yeah, you can see we had almost removed everything, scrap down everything, and you just need to blow water and ensure all our marine growths are cleaned. You can see when you are flushing with water, you can see all these marine growths are falling down. So this is how you have to clean the marine growth inside the seawater pipe. So always ensure you are doing this cleaning every alternate time, because most of the ships I had seen, people don't concentrate on this seawater pipe. They just clean only the filter and finish it off. But it is always advisable to do the seawater pipe cleaning also every alternate time. Okay, so this is how we need to do. So okay lah, we are done with cleaning inside the seawater pipes also. Okay, yeah, now you can see the seawater pipe area and the filter area, it is totally clean. So okay, now we can put back the filter in place. Okay. Okay, so before installing the cleaned filter in place, always ensure you are cleaning the cover top area with clean rags. And all this o-ring, you can see the o-ring on top of the cover, and all this o-ring should be properly cleaned. And ensure there are no barnacles or any impurities uh, stick over the place. So use a wet cloth or a dry cloth, whatever, just dip it in some water and just clean it out. So ensure the area is completely clean, and once it is clean, apply a coat of grease. Always it is advisable to apply a coat of grease on top of the cover, so that if you want to remove it, it will be easier. Okay, so now we are done with greasing up operation. So next we have to lift our filter. Yeah, always ensure your positioning of this filter is properly kept. The opening should be towards the suction side. So the opening of the filter should be always facing the suction side. And okay, so now we are lowering the filter. Again, always use proper chain block with the safety latchet which is in place. Okay, so now we are lowering the chain block, and filter is coming down. So you can see the mark. This is your mark. This is your locking arrangement. So this locking arrangement will be there. There will be a pin on top of the cover. So it should uh, place over the lock, and so that the filter don't turn here and there. It should exactly match the hole, and the pin should be inside the hole. Okay, yeah, that's all. Yes, you can see the match. We are adjusting to match the hole. Okay, yes, you can see here it is already in place, properly locked, so the filter don't turn. That's all. So filter is in place now. So now we need to fit back the cover and lift the cover properly, and you have to lower the cover. Ensure you are not damaging your zinc and copper anode. Okay, so whenever you are lowering the cover, always ensure you are you are not damaging the any machineries, any valves or something, because you have to properly hold the cover so that it lowers properly. Okay, now the cover is in place. Okay, so once the cover is in place, now it is time to put back our nuts and bolts, and always ensure you are doing properly greased up bolts, and always ensure your bolts are being buffed, the threads are free of any kind of dirts, and then only use your bolts back. So grease it properly, and ensure your threads are in a good condition, and then you can fit back the bolts for all. Okay, okay, we are done with the bolting job also. Next, tightening of bolts. Okay, now we almost fitted all the bolts. So again, whenever you are tightening, use your pneumatic wrench for tightening, and for the final tight, use your spanner to tighten it. So be careful whenever you are using this kind of pneumatic wrenches, because it may fall down. Okay, so now we are tightening this cover. So always do the tightening opposite. So if you tighten port side 4 bolts, and opposite side starboard side 4 bolts, then you go for forward side 4 bolts, stop aft side 4 bolts. So you do it in this way, so that you will tighten the cover equally. So you don't tight one side too much, the other side very less. So once it is done, now we are putting back the Mgps in place, and this pipeline which we removed is also being fitted back. So okay, we are almost done with the job. So this is how we need to do the seawater filter cleaning. So I think you must have got some idea about how to do the seawater filter cleaning. So as I said earlier, you have to close the seawater filter drain valve without fail before opening the suction and discharge valves. So before putting this valve in operation, you have to do the purging, like we have to remove the air which is getting trapped inside the filter. So we have to do the purging operation of this filter. And how you can ensure is you can ensure by checking the drain valve. See, this is your drain valve, and once the water start coming through this valve, that means the air is completely purged out, and your system is free of air. So we are just waiting for the air to get purged out and sea water to come through the funnel. Okay. Okay, you can see the water comes out. So now the seawater filter is free of air. Okay, that is done. So next job is you have to switch on your Mgps switch. So this is very important. And when this is filter is not in use, you can reduce the amount of current which you are giving for this system. So now the system is in place, and both the suction and discharge valves are open for the filter. So our job is done completely. Okay, so I believe this video must have given some idea about how to do the sea chest suction filter. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.